Hi, my name is Sherry, and I teach at Billy Mills, and I'm going to show you how you can create portfolios in Schoology. And this would be for students. You can also do this as a teacher, but it's very helpful for students. It's super easy and pretty powerful. So if you like the idea of having students have a portfolio to show their maybe the highlight of their year or semester or their strong work, or they want to collect certain things and store them in a place where they're not all in assignments. Maybe you're going to use this for parent-teacher conferences or something like that. It can be very useful. So the first thing you're going to do is go to your Schoology page, and this would be as if you were a student. You would tell them to do it. It's the same thing. And it doesn't really matter where you're at in Schoology, because you can always access it over here on the right on the blue bar at the top, where you have your name and your little profile picture. If you've uploaded one, click the arrow down button and click your profile. So portfolios are found in your profile page. That's where you access them. Over here on the left, you've got under your picture, you've got updates, info, which is the default where it will go to. And they could actually type a little blurb about themselves if they want. Blog, and there's where you find portfolios. Above badge, below blog. I'm going to click portfolios. Takes me to a new screen. I have nothing here yet. And so I'm going to click plus circle new portfolio. And I'm going to now, maybe you're assigning this to students. So I'm just going to pretend I teach Avid. And so I'm going to tell my students, you need to make an Avid portfolio for this class. So I'm going to type, and let's say this student is a 7th grader. So I'm going to write 7th grade Avid, or maybe you're going to have them put the year. I think it is important to put more than the name of the class, because these can be kept all through their career as a student in the school district. So even if they were in 12th grade, they could access their 7th grade Avid folder to go back and reflect and look and see how they've grown. So I think labeling some way by year or grade is helpful. They can also upload a picture here. So let's say our mascot is Billy Mills. It is a little tricky on finding one that fits. I know that this picture right here is too big. It kind of likes the squarish designs. It's pretty small tile, so I'll hit open, and that's what that one will look like. And you can make it a little bit smaller on the slider bar underneath the preview. You can also just have them be color-coded. And click update. Then there's our logo, and you can type a description. Maybe you're going to say teacher name, who the teacher was that year, or something, or the room number, or the hour, or 5, room 503. That's would be for this class. You have quite a few characters to write a description, but it is optional, but you do definitely want to have a title. And now is where I'm going to add items into the portfolio for this class. So right here, it's already here for you. Hit the plus or the arrow down. It takes you to the same place. It's just a drop-down menu, and you have 4 choices. The very easy and handy one for students is to find an assignment submission. The great thing is it does not have to be, even though it's labeled Avid, you can find an assignment from any class. So say I want them to show me work where they have used a Wicker strategy in another class, and they would have to go find that and upload it. Maybe you're a math teacher and you want to see how they have used math in another class. Maybe they use math and science, and you say, go find where you've used math and somewhere else and upload that assignment. Maybe you're an English teacher and you want to see where they have written in another class, and they can upload it. So they access all their classes here. I can't show you this because all it's going to do, there's my classes, but I don't personally have assignments because I'm the teacher. But so when I click add submission, I can't because I don't have assignments, but they will be able to, I believe. So the other options are a file, which would just be off their computer. Maybe it's a JPEG file or whatever. And link, which is pretty common. You can paste in a link. Okay, maybe it doesn't even have to be their work. Maybe it's a resource file, full portfolio of resources of places they want to go back and use for research or something. And the last one is my favorite. It's called the page. The great thing about the page is it allows them to type and reflect instead of just inserting something. And there's a lot more tools here. So you can see it looks like a Word document, and you have all your choices here. And you still can add a link, okay, and title that link. And I'm going to hit cancel, but there's the link button. And then this is the insert button with the little arrow in the box. They can still add a link here. They can add an image and so forth. They can pull something from Drive. And so this is very helpful because you still access the same things, but so many more options in the page. But the great thing is they can type. So let's say I'm going to insert, let's say it was a screenshot of their work or something, hit attach file, or they could find something off the web. And so here's just a screenshot I'm pulling, pretend this was their assignment. Maybe it was results from their matchmaker on Zillow. And on a picture, you can't see, I think right here I can center it. Left justify, right justify. I can also make it larger. So that's kind of handy. And then underneath or above, I'm going to go underneath, I can start typing. That's too small for you to see or too low. So let me make this smaller. There's the picture. And I still have it centered, justify. I could type and reflect about what I want. Maybe you as a teacher are going to tell the student what you want them to say. And I can center that, or I can bullet these or number these or whatever. So maybe they're going to say about 3 things they liked about this project, or 3 things they learned, or what they need to improve on, or whatever, okay? So the ability to reflect is what's so powerful about the pages, plus it gives you a lot of tools and where you can insert things. I have not found in pages where they can insert audio or video, which you can do when turning in an assignment, which is awesome. Maybe on the student end they can, but that's something I'm not seeing right here. And that little button just takes away the lower and upper button. These little dots right here just takes away the toolbar. So I always leave that on. And then this is still an assignment. Like I need to label this. You can see up here, I'm in my portfolio. This is my 7th grade Avid portfolio. It is an unnamed page right now. So I want to title this. And let's say this was the Zillow career top 10 results from Matchmaker. Or maybe that would have been in my description. I can even upload a picture here if I wanted to, or you can change the color if you like. So now when I click, that will show up as my unnamed, there it is, there's the title. And so they do need to label it so that everything will have labels. Now I'm going to go back here to the portfolio. Maybe I could try this one. There we go. Let's do this one. And this is really important to see. This little circle button here is empty. It's like an empty white circle, but if you click it to make it green, it's now published. So you can unpublish because you're working on it and not ready for it to be seen, or you can publish it. So that's kind of, let them know that they do need to publish it so that you have access to it. I only have one item here, but I could easily like add more, and then every item would be a tile. You can delete them out. And the nice thing, when I open this object here, which I just made, it doesn't normally take this long to load. It's probably because I'm trying to make a video. Let's click back on it. And I found the best way if this just starts scrolling is just click something else and then go back. So there I just went back into my portfolios instead of my blogs. And there it popped up. Now here I did publish it. And each portfolio, not items in a portfolio, but the portfolio itself can be published or unpublished. So they will have to click that green button that I showed you on the previous screen for each portfolio. But now you've got some options. So you can actually turn in their portfolio to you as an assignment in Schoology, because they can share their portfolio and get this link. Okay, and so you would copy this link and you literally could, or you could put it as a link turned into as an assignment. Say, turn in your portfolio to me by the end of the semester, showing me 10 things that you have accomplished in school or in this class. So that's nice that they're able to share it that way. And so they can also delete the portfolio if they don't need it anymore or whatever, or if they have too many. But you literally could have a portfolio for anything they wanted, each class, for each grade, or even more specific things. Maybe for Avid, I'm going to have them have different portfolios for different units. It's kind of nice because it's found in a place and displayed in a place that's a little bit easier to see than just turning in assignments. It does take a little time for them to decide where they want or what they, to pull it. But once it's in there, it's kind of nice. It's just has easy access for the students. So if you have any questions on portfolios in Schoology, reach out to me. I'd be glad to help. I hope to use these for next year. I think it's very powerful. My students used to make Google Sites websites, which was fun, but quite daunting, especially in the middle school when we have iPads. But this is something that basically will do the same thing, and it's so much easier. And it still does link, so it's still shareable. So again, if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.